Hey guys, it's Isla. Welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to do a kind of different video today. I'm gonna say a lot because when I rant, I don't know how to speak properly. But I was studying and this whole, this past couple of months, I've just been thinking about the future and grad school. This is something not a lot of people talk about. I just wanted to talk about it. You know, I got my blanket and we'll just get cozy and just have a conversation, I think, because I think it's important. And yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna make any sense. I didn't really make notes for this video. I just want to talk about what's in my heart and hopefully it comes across kind of coherent. So basically, I'm in my 5th year of university, and usually I don't really stress about the future a lot. I have my own anxieties, but the future is not something that I stress about. Lately, especially since this is my final year and I'm thinking about graduating and applying to grad school and all that, it's kind of stressing me out. And I've been thinking about whether I'll get into grad school, if I want to take a year off because of burnout and all that stuff. And I was just thinking, why am I so stressed about this? What's the big deal? I came to the conclusion that, well, there's two things. So I think we have this illusion that everything in life is scarce and everything is a competition and everything is just this scarcity in the world, right? And even though that may be true to some extent, I think as a society we kind of heighten that. Opportunities aren't as scarce as we think they are, and because we've been so this idea that everything's a competition and everything is scarce just makes us so stressed about applying to grad school and all that. And it's something that I think is unnecessary and not needed. So for example, when I was in high school and I was applying for undergrad, most of my teachers would be like, university is so difficult, you need to get those good grades to apply. And that's true. If you're applying to a competitive program, yeah, you need to get those good grades. But I was applying to life science and psychology, which is not easy by any means, but it wasn't if my grades in high school weren't the best, right? And it's mostly because the learning style of high school just wasn't for me. I'm doing a lot better in university now, but high school, the way things were taught, it just wasn't for me. And because of that, my average was kind of low. I had to work so much harder than other people to kind of understand things. And I was so nervous to apply to undergrad. So I applied to U of T and I got into U of T. And it just wasn't as difficult to get in as I thought it was. And maybe that's just me, but I think this whole culture that's kind of set on by professors and teachers as well, by the education system, being things are scarce, there's only a limited number of space, you need to fight for your space. I just think it's just not needed in this world. We're already going through so much. We're already stressing about a lot of things. We don't need this idea that we're not good enough, right? Because sometimes things may be scarce, right? So for example, when you apply to medical school, things may be difficult when you apply because there are only a limited number of spaces and not everyone's going to get in their first year of applying. So in that case, I understand that there is competition there, but at the same time, I feel it's a mix of the competition and a timeline. So as a society, we kind of have this thing where, okay, we didn't get into this program. That's okay, but we didn't get in at this time, at this age, so that means you're a failure. And I don't know, maybe it's just me projecting how I feel, but I don't think there's a certain age or there's a certain timeline where you need to accomplish things and where you need to be where you're at. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense. But Like for example, my best friend, she is in her master's program right now, and she did take a little bit of a break after graduating undergrad, and she said that she's like one of the youngest in her program. So even though she took a break, she's still one of the youngest, right? Yeah, I just think like just because you didn't graduate at 21, that doesn't mean you're a failure. And I think we know that. I think we do know that. But sometimes just like seeing everyone else succeed and then you feel like you're far behind, it just makes you forget that you aren't actually far behind. There is no timeline. You don't have to be at a certain place at a certain time, you know? This is a journey. As long as you're happy and you're kind of growing and you're kind of progressing, I think that's okay. I don't think we need to put so much pressure on ourselves to do so much at such a young age. Like I just turned 22 in October, and I don't even know what's going on, to be honest. I'm so confused most of the time. Quarantine has been difficult, it's been stressful. Everyone's talking about where they're applying to and whatever, and to be honest, I might just take a year off. I don't know, who knows, we'll see. I'm kind of going with the flow right now. I'm trying to like tell myself that if it works out, it works out, and if it takes a little bit more time, it will eventually work out. That's my mindset right now. So it's between the two things. It's like the whole thing with like competition and everything is scarce, and then the second thing is just that you need to be at a certain place in your life at a certain time or at a certain age, and I just don't think that's true. I think both of those points and both of those ideologies is problematic in a sense. The other thing is like people don't always know what they want to do at the age of 18, which in Canada is the age you kind of have to choose your major, and you know, you're doing that major for the next 4 years of your life. First of all, we're way too young to kind of know what we want to do for the rest of our lives, and it's okay if we want to change our timeline, if we want to change our path. Not everything has to be about school, right? School is just one facet of your life. There's family, there's friends, there's your happiness, there's your mental health. There's so many things, and I don't know, I think like during quarantine I've been focusing too much on school. That's my whole point. So that's just something I'm trying to get away from. Yeah, but if you guys are in the same boat, let me know. I would love to have this conversation with you, and it'll be fun to kind of know what other people are thinking, and if this is something that I'm just feeling. I doubt it is. I feel like a lot of people are struggling with the same thing. Just know that opportunities aren't as scarce as we think they are. There's room for everyone to grow. Everyone will succeed as long as you work hard and you have that passion. There's no timeline to life. I think I have to remind myself of that as well. Quarantine has kind of been a blessing in disguise to me personally in terms of my mental health. I've never really sat down, and I mean, I am a spiritual person, so I do practice mindfulness and stuff, but I've never really sat down to this extent and just been alone with my thoughts. And it's interesting when you're not like hustling to this place and that place and like driving to school and driving to work and all that, where you're actually sitting down and being like, okay, this is the thing that's stressing me out, this is what I need to work on, and this is what I feel like I'm dealing with right now. I hope everyone else is doing well during quarantine. I hope you guys are taking care of yourselves. I'm using a ring light today, and I feel like usually it's very difficult for me to film videos because I'm a pretty new YouTuber. The ring light helps me not focus on myself. I'm just thinking and going with the flow. Usually I have to take like so many takes, but this is my first take, so it's pretty good. So if you guys are interested in following my journey through spirituality, fitness, self-development, and all that stuff, follow me on Instagram at Spiritual Monkeys, and be sure to like the video and subscribe down below. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry if I keep looking away. Again, I'm pretty new at this. Again, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully see you soon in a different rant video. I have so many rants planned, but yeah, hopefully we'll see you soon. Thank you so much. Bye.